Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I send all my greetings to the dear friends and the great community of the Muslims of Malaysia. This is a very important day. In fact, you cannot overestimate how important a day it is. If one is to be historically correct, this is the most important day since the abolition of Sultaniya among the Osmanli by the dog Mustafa Kemal. He of course could stop the Sultaniya in Turkey, but he had no jurisdiction or right to stop the Khilafah. He declared he had, but that is in the hands of the Muslims. And as Al-Qurtubi, the great Imam of Cordoba, the great European alim, said, the Khilafah is a fard of the deen. Now, the relationship between that reality, which has been in suspension since the death of Sultan Abdul Hamid, is authentic money. You must know that Omar Badinio has been working on this matter not for a few years, but for almost 2 decades. He started this matter by taking the Muwatta, observing its rules, and translating them, let us say, into application within the modern financial system that we have. It was this tremendous work which he has pursued in deep consultation with fuqaha, learned fuqaha, until the point where he arrived at the understanding that the strictures on usury apply to the whole banking system mutatis mutandis. And this took him to the recognition of the necessity to revive the golden dinar and the silver dirham, which are the necessaries for the collection of zakat. Now, the decision of the government of Kelantan, working with Omar Pasha as their financial advisor and guide and designer, this historical day has arrived. You must understand that this is the first time that a Muslim state has decreed the minting of what is the sunnah and also the practical solution to the disaster of finance capitalism, which is presently engulfed the whole world. Against the crisis that the kuffar have been plunged into, we also see the close-up of a Malaysia where you have a handful of super rich who are disgraced by their continuance of their wealth over and against the unquestionable poverty in the kampongs throughout the country. Now, this is a first step for the whole Muslim world. It has not happened out of nothing, it has happened out of years of research. More importantly, those enlightened Muslim leaders who care deeply about the deen of Islam, and I refer to Dr. Erbakan, I refer to Dr. Mahathir, who is closely connected with the work of Omar Pasha, and I refer to the late Majesty King Hassan of Morocco, who took the dinar and said this is the currency of the Muslims, and on his death had planned a group to authorize the reintroduction of zakat. It has not happened yet, but it is the inevitable step from the production of the dinar and the dirham. This is news for all the Muslims of all the world, most importantly for the Muslims of Afghanistan, because they have allied themselves to techniques while fighting for their national independence. They have allied themselves to techniques which are the enemy of Islam, which is the Ismaili doctrine of suicide, which of course puts a curse on their whole program. This event of Dinar and Dirham is historically the end of the fantasy of terror and the double fantasy of a war on terror. What we are witnessing is the last stage of the imperial capitalist hegemony emanating from the United States and enslaving the people of the United States and poisoning their oceans and bleaching their land of energy and wealth. Now, with this moment in time begins the revival of a post-terrorist, vivid dawah for the world to come to Islam, which will be the deen that will awaken people to just society and also to the dismantling of the capitalist hegemony, which at the minute is poisoning the ocean, poisoning the land, making the air toxic in our cities. This matter is not a matter of international agreements and conferences. This has come from a group of Muslim men and women who have taken the order of the Quran, obey Allah and obey the Messenger. And what you're seeing now, the light that is in Kelantan today, by the blessing of our number one faqih on the matter of all finance in Islam, Omar Pasha Haj Omar Padillo, from this is the beginning of the awakening of Islam. And I congratulate the noble leader of the Muslim party in Kelantan for what they have done, and I ask them to continue to protect Omar and to protect their own leadership, because believe me, the terrified billionaires now wish that they had earlier stopped it all happening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.